So yesterday I woke up, worked out again, came home, showered. I'm hungry.
So what does he do? Well, he doesn't eat, he drives to Starbucks to have a coffee. Does that make sense? Thank you. Coach Greg and DJ MetCalf should be changing his name to DJ. I'm losing it. DJ MetCalf? I'm partying way too hard here. Everything's a DJ to me. DK MetCalf should be changing his name to DK MetCap. That's right, cap, as in he's lying, he's full of shit. And so he was asked in an interview to go over his diet with Kevin Garnett. He's interviewing him, he's like,
talk about how important nutrition is.
I'm probably the worst person to ask that.
This is a supreme athlete, 6'3", over 225 pounds of muscle. States he's 1.6% body fat. Well, we'll get into that later. Obviously, he's not 1.6%. I don't care what measuring device says you're 1.6. Physically impossible, you'd be dead. He's well above 5% body fat, but the dude is still shredded and a specimen. But is he lying now about his diet? Or was he lying last time? Which is it? They can't both be true. Are you lying now or lying then? I 100% thought it was an April Fool's joke. But if you don't admit it's an April Fool's joke, you're just lying. So which is it, DK? You lying now or are you lying then?
I eat one meal a day, drink one coffee, and eat like 3-4 bags of candy.
And so Kevin Garnett's like,
So describe this diet that allows you to be such a supreme athlete.
he's like,
Well, I don't eat breakfast. I drink a cup of coffee for lunch after I work out twice. Then I drink some water, hold me over until 4 when I eat 3-4 bags of candies. I prefer the gummy worms over the hard candies, And then I eat my one meal around 8, go to bed and do it again. Every day of the week, that's just how I do it.
really? That's how you do it. And so are you telling the truth now and made up how you died in the past? 6 meals a day with protein from a chef that you have that follows a nutrition regimen that makes sense so that you can optimize muscle growth?
I love incorporating all the major food groups like dairy, vegetables, fruits. You gotta have all different food groups if you want to be a professional athlete, and especially if you want to keep your body in shape.
Were you lying then when you did that you were just eating candies back then? Or are you lying now when you say eat one meal a day? Really? And so what do people do? They say,
Here's the proof. Prove that fasting makes more sense than eating multiple meals a day. DJ MetCalf, one of the best athletes in the world, he just fasts all day long, has candy 1 meal a day.
really? And frankly, does that explain him being so lean? No, it's all about calories in, calories out. And so frankly, he could be eating 3, 4, 10 bags of candies a day. If he's burning the calories off, he is going to be lean. How lean you are, your body fat percentage, that is a matter of how much food you're taking in, the calories, versus how many of them are you burning off. And so to me, it's not significant how much body fat a person has, whether they're eating 1 or 5 meals a day. It's how many calories are you eating versus how many you're burning off. However, to have that much muscle to function optimally, you cannot do so in eating in this way.
So yesterday I woke up, worked out again, came home, showered. I'm hungry. Run to Starbucks, get a quick coffee.
He just gets up in the morning, works out twice without any food, caffeine, nothing. Then because he's hungry, he drives off to Starbucks. He's making millions of videos. He doesn't take his personal chef to make them a coffee. He doesn't have a butler. He doesn't have anyone helping out. He drives over to Starbucks to get a coffee. Why? To hold him over because he's hungry. Then he drinks some water. Why? Well, he's hungry. He has to have that coffee so that it holds him over till 4 o'clock. At that time, he can eat some candies. Does that make sense that an elite level athlete would go through 2 workouts without consuming any caffeine that does have an ergogenic effect, could help him perform better in that workout? No, he saves the coffee for after he's done the workout so that it holds him over because he's hungry and he doesn't want to eat yet. Why would he do that? It sounds like disordered style of eating to me. Nobody would do this trying to be an elite level athlete. Doesn't make sense.
Around 4:30, I ordered some candy and a water.
How is that optimally going to help him build muscle? Think of it. He's being paid millions of dollars trying to be the best athlete in the world. You honestly believe he's just going to skip out on the protein, that he hasn't done any research, that he hasn't hired a single person to tell him,
Hey, guess what? We know you're an elite level athlete, but you'd probably even be more elite if you ate a little bit more properly.
do you really think it's even remotely possible that he would eat this poorly and be this great of an athlete? And then those candies going to hold him over till 8 o'clock, of which he finally gets to eat his meal. Of what benefit does that do? How does that make sense? Why would he do this? If he's actually being honest, he's not Cap right now, he's literally doing this, then to me that's a sign of disordered eating. Why would he be trying to hold himself over, trying to avoid all food, then breaking a fast with candies, of which he finally can eat at 8 o'clock before going to bed? Would that make sense? Should anyone copy this diet? No. I think everybody, every single person watching this video is going to have to agree. I can't see anyone in the comment section saying,
Yeah, it's actually the best. This is how people should do it. You should fast all day, drink coffee after you work out, drink some water so that you're not starving, and then break that fast with a bunch of candies and then eat 1 meal a day.
He quite literally in the past has talked about how he loves to cook. How when he gets done with football, he wants to open up restaurants. That he had a personal chef making foods for him, that he loved food. Does that sound like the kind of diet that someone would follow who loves food with personal chefs, all the money in the world? He's just gonna eat a bunch of candies.
So yesterday I woke up, worked out again, came home, showered. I'm hungry.
So what does he do? Well, he doesn't eat, he drives to Starbucks to have a coffee. Does that make sense? Now listen, I know there's no such thing as an anabolic window that you have to eat protein within 1 hour of your workout to optimize your gains. However, if you've fasted, you haven't eaten since 8 or 9 o'clock the night before, and it's now noon and you've worked out twice, burn off all those calories, does it not make sense that you should now eat? So even if he were fasting and wanted to eat his candies, I'm not saying he had to cut out the candies, he can still eat the candies. Wouldn't it make sense that after he does his shower, that at this point he would now have some candies and perhaps some protein for the first opportunity for muscle protein synthesis to occur? Would that make sense? So regardless of what you think, and you might think I'm hating on him for this, that this is a horrible video, that it's so bad, I think that it would make sense for someone to eat when they're hungry, even if it is in fact candies and some protein. Why wait until 4 and to drive out and get a coffee? If you're gonna go through the trouble of getting into your car, driving all the way to Starbucks to get a coffee, why not add, what are those things I like from Starbucks? The egg wraps, the protein. And grab an egg white and spinach wrap. It's only got 240 calories, I believe, 20 or 21 grams of protein. I mean, why not have one of those? Or you could grab a Seco protein bar. Seco protein bar, 200 calories, 21 grams of protein. Come on, MK, at least have a protein bar. You're hungry, you burn off all those calories, you can do it. Let's not develop EDs, you know what that stands for. Let's promote people eating when they're hungry. Not saying to go and binge, I'm not saying you can't fast, but I am saying that if you want optimal performance, you shouldn't be working out twice in the morning, showering, driving to get a coffee to prevent you from being hungry, drinking water, then ending your fast with 3 bags of candies. I mean, what is he, 4 years old? I mean, what is he, 7? Babe, how old would that be? You like candies. How old would he be?
I don't know, like 12?
I mean, what is this, a friggin' movie where someone gets struck by lightning, a 12-year-old transferred into his body and now living his dreams?
Oh, I'm gonna eat candies and I'll have 1 coffee. Work out twice a day. Living the dream. DJ MetCalf.
I'm not doing this on purpose. Anyone that calls me out,
I make believe I don't know their name.
no, I don't know. And remember, I am trying my best to say his name properly, except saying cap at the end instead of calf. Now, some of you might be saying,
Yeah, but he's on them there steroids.
maybe it's possible. I mean, I don't know, but I do know that even if he's on PDs, it still wouldn't be optimal to not eat all day, break your fast with candies, and have 1 meal a day. You can argue me with me wrong, but you have to agree that you're a freaking moron. And sorry, just telling you what I think. Ending it here. GregDoucette.com for coaching. Greg Doucette IP Pro. Please check out one of the bloops. Watch the top one. It's closer to the sky. Nice blue sky. Avoid the one in the sand. Dirty. You don't want to be in there. The cookbooks. You know you love those. Get the freaking cookbook. Also, the training books, the coaching plans by me and my team. The phone consult. Subscribe. Click the bell button. Comment for the algo. And until next time, I am out.